Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think. Y'all, Carlos be around here trying to make it seem like he care about his cast. Well, that's what he said, but his actions speak louder than those words, and his action says he don't care about any of his cast. I really don't think that he has any of his cast best interests at heart, and some of his cast are in worse shape being on Love and Marriage Huntsville than they were in before filming began for Love and Marriage Huntsville. The cast are up here running to Carlos, whining and thinking that Carlos got their best interests at heart, and Carlos is they're looking for Carlos to give them all the answers. But these cast members, they better think twice about them running to Carlos with all their business. They better think twice about Carlos having their back. Just because people say they love you doesn't mean a doggone thing. You better go by actions and not words, because remember, Candy, he played like he loved Candy as well, and Candy fought for him to become an executive producer on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and he still turned around after her, helping him gain an important spot. What did he do? He turned around and messed up their relationship because he tried to steal her life story and create a movie. That's not what a friend does. That's not what somebody who claimed to love you does. So this Love and Marriage Huntsville cast, they around here thinking that Carlos got their back and he loves them and he's looking out for them. They better start looking out for themselves, because Carlos, with him being in the reality world for a number of years, what have he actually educated his cast on? What have besides staying out the comments? Other than that, what has he really educated them on? Has he taught them that reality TV will chew you up and spit you out, and people don't give a doggone? It would just like the next job that will, once you're done, you're done. You're washed up. I bet you he has not tried to educate these people at all. Like I said, because if he had, these people, these casts, his cast, some of them would not be in worse shape right now after being on Love and Marriage Huntsville for a number of seasons than when they first started or before they started filming on Love and Marriage Huntsville. If he had their best interests at heart and he was actually looking out for them, like he said, because like I say, these cast members, they better open up, because they're thinking, oh, he's watching, he got our back, he's taking good care of us. Yeah, because he let them call him all day, all night, and spill what's going on with them, getting their most intimate moments. So I think while the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville are around here thinking that Carlos got their back and he loves them, looking out for them, he's also watching them. He's also listening to them. He's watching them get humiliated on social media continuously. He's also watching them go from lawsuit to lawsuit, lien to lien, courthouse to courthouse, all allegedly. But it's like, no matter how much Carlos protects these people on camera, he can't control an ounce of the narrative being exposed about them on social media. He's giving them the worst advice to strike channels, take people to court and stuff like that, because now your views on Love and Marriage Huntsville about to get even lower, more exposures coming out on the cabinet. People is not filling the cast at all. But this is all thanks to Carlos not allowing, not educating these people, not having these people back for real, and not really giving a doggone about these people. These people are ratings and checks to Carlos, and that's all, nothing more. Carlos got the cast, Martell, Scott's 1.0, 2.0, Stormy, tried to live up to fake bios and storylines of being millionaires, running multi-million-dollar businesses, Black excellence that he promised. But where is all of this? Because we're not seeing this on the show. They're sitting up here trying to, he's allowing them to fake their life and stuff on Love and Marriage Huntsville to the point of them putting themselves further in debt. These people are doing much worse than they should be. They have a national platform. They should be elevating, moving forward. Businesses shouldn't be closed. We shouldn't be up here hearing about all of these different liens and lawsuits coming upon these people like they're not earning a paycheck, like they're not running businesses. It's like, what are they doing? And then they always throwing Carlos' name in the mix every time they get in trouble. But why do you keep running to the same person that's not helping you? If your outcome is still being the same, then you need to change your advisor. Carlos is not a good advisor to these people. And I'm not saying that he's supposed to be, because he's supposed to be their employer. But because he treats them like bro and sis and like he's their advisor, they're running to him, whining over every little thing. Then I feel as though if he's not going to help these people the proper way, then he needs to stay out these people's way and just tell them that this is reality TV. I'm just the executive producer. Don't call me with this drama or whatever. And let them find another route to making their own decisions. Because my thing, if Carlos really cared about these people, he would have spoken to them about showing their real lives. He would have allowed them to expose themselves where they could have at least control how much got out. But because the viewers exposed their lives first, now it's a mess, and the cast is running to Carlos whining. But in all honesty, what can he do? He can't do anything because the exposure is already out, and they don't know what the people know, what what they're holding, what they done found out. These people are being exposed left and right every single day. And because Carlos allowed them to get away with fake storylines, now they're being humiliated. And Carlos he's sucking it up. And I believe that he is partly to blame. Yes, because he allowed these people to omit their true lives. So if Carlos cared about his cast, he would have done something. Like with Martell, he would have not let Martell run amok on Love and Marriage Huntsville. He would have mandated Martell go seek therapy as the judge seemed fit. Also, when Martell went after Melody on that other own show behind the scenes, Martell should have been fired, suspended, some type of consequences. But just to ignore it, that only ignited him where he felt as though that he was invincible, he was irreplaceable. So he got more bold with it. So now fast forward, Martell is an out of control beast on Love and Marriage Huntsville and off, that is going around telling the Love and Marriage Huntsville business and letting it be known that they are acting. But if Carlos cared, he would have checked the behavior in the beginning that is now checking him. If Carlos really cared about the Scotts, he would have allowed Marceau to leave Love and Marriage Huntsville from the very beginning, when he stated that he was not cut out for this. Instead of offering him a deal to fake their lives and just focus on Black. When Carlos said, well, like I said, if he had allowed Marceau and Tisha to exit, instead of offering them a deal and telling them that all they have to do is focus on Black, then they wouldn't be going through half of what they may not have been going through what they're going through now. When Carlos said that he didn't see Tisha making it on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and he should have followed his gut and he should have allowed them to leave Love and Marriage Huntsville, because Marcel wasn't into it, and Carlos didn't see Tisha being about reality life, which they're not, because they still have not gotten into reality TV, because they're not sharing their life. Tisha's still trying to run this fantasy, be caught up in this fantasy world. And Marcel, all he do is try to talk circles around people. So they're not reality TV ready. I'm not sure that Marcel and Tisha would have, I'm sure that if Marcel and Tisha would have left Love and Marriage Huntsville, the Scotts 2.0, they would have followed, because really ain't nobody been checking for them the entire 6 seasons that they've been on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So it ain't no need to even discuss their flaws, but they fit right along with Scott's 1.0, not showing their real life or anything. Why Maurice is out till 4 o'clock in the morning, why he don't have time to raise his own child, why Kimmy have an emotional support dog. So I believe if Carlos had allowed Scott's 1.0 to leave, Scott's 2.0 would have followed right behind him. So Carlos allowing these people to stay on Love and Marriage Huntsville, I believe he ruined the show. His Love and Marriage franchise is basically ruined from what it could have potentially been had he got some couples that were reality ready, that were ready to share their lives and go that extra mile of knowing what it takes. If Carlos had just educated the people instead of allowing people to omit their life and not reeling people back in, not educating people like this. Like, have you ever seen reality TV? I mean, come on now. You know what people can go through on reality TV. Don't act like this your first time watching a show. I understand it's your first time being involved in a show, but you know what reality TV is all about. But as I stated, Carlos is putting these people further in debt because they're trying to live up to a fake storyline and stay in a fake bio, because Carlos didn't educate them. He didn't allow them to leave the show when they wanted to. So now they're running around here trying to live up to something that they're not. And the way they're living up to it is trying to become millionaires overnight, taking out loans and not paying people allegedly, and it's just putting them further in debt. And when Stormy made the post on social media about checking out, and then she followed up with him on his interview with her, saying that at some point she wanted to take her life. At one point, he should have decided to go in another direction. In my opinion, he should have decided to go in another direction with another castmate for at least a little while, to make sure that Stormy, her mental capacity could withstand being on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Not saying that she wasn't a good potential, but maybe he should have left her as a friend of the show, because they already have one deranged person on the show, and the cast, they can't handle Martell. So he don't know what Stormy is, what you're going to get with Stormy or whatever, if she's flying off the handle, or he doesn't know. But at the time when she's telling him this face to face, he did nothing. He basically brushed over it. He never asked her more about her mental health and what she was doing to protect herself, because reality TV may not be what you want at this point in time. So instead of him, making sure that she was good all around, He instead asked her if she was 8-figure rich, and she tells her that he sees her as being the star of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, so I don't understand why he would do that, because that didn't do anything but bring put more stress on a person, because now she's striving, she's trying her best to live out trying to be 8-figure rich, because she adapted the title and the storyline of being 8-figure rich that Carlos presented to her. And I feel like that too has landed her in way more debt than she actually started out with when she first got on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Not saying that Stormy didn't have a lot of bad dealings, but I feel like over this past season that she's been a full-time castmate, I feel as though it has gotten worse, because I don't know how she was dealing with her lawsuits and loans and stuff allegedly beforehand, but it seemed like everything has been hitting her. She's in court, lawsuit, liens, and back-to-back, property being seized. So I feel as though that because Carlos helped co-create these fictitious storylines and bios, trying to make people think that his cast are multimillionaires, I believe that hurt them. It did way more harm than it did good for them, because he trying to sell them to us, and the viewers are not buying it. Carlos, in my opinion, he don't care about nobody in his cast. Melody is doing well because Melody did the work. She understood what reality TV meant to her, and she went in with not being fake, telling her true story, and so she can move on. When things got rough for her, she got the therapy that she needed. She took time away, and she, like she said, when she needed a break, she asked for a break, and she did the work on her, and that's why we see Melody exceeding. But the rest of these castmates, no, they're too busy trying to live up to a narrative, a false narrative, and it's not doing them any good. And like I say, Carlos helped these people get themselves in this financial ruin, and to the point where if Love and Marriage Huntsville was to end today, what is his cast going to do? But anyway, like I said, Carlos don't care about he don't care about the people, mental health, their well-being, their livelihood. He only cares about what he can sell to the network and put out for ratings. That's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.